Welcome back, everybody, to SoFi Stadium, as today we are hosting our second straight playoff game. Now in the divisional round, our first ever appearance here in this series. We won a wild card game against the Falcons handily, as the Buccaneers did against their 3-seed Detroit Lions, who they upset 35-10. So they lost, the Niners upset the 2-seed Panthers, and we crushed the Falcons. 3 blowouts in the first round of the NFC wild card, and now we're facing the 6-seed Buccaneers, who have George Johnson as their quarterback. We've seen him at least once before back when he was a rookie. Might have seen him last year at some point, not sure. But 21 touchdowns, 9 INTs, more yards than last year, but in the end, a very similar passing year to his previous season. But this offense, besides Evans and Godwin, is really not that good. They have a couple of young receivers, but they have a very aging veteran in Darren Waller. This offensive line is really just kind of relying on their tackles to protect George Johnson back there in the pocket. This defensive line is probably the second best part of this team besides the secondary with Vita Vea and Tracy Clayton. But these linebackers are not the best, especially with DJ Watt at like a 76. Their corners are pretty damn solid, so are their safeties with Antoine Winfield and Ryan Neal. So a pretty good secondary, but otherwise not a whole lot to be terrified of on the defensive end. But they have somehow held their opponents to bottom 3 scoring in the entire league. So 18.5 on average. They're a good team in terms of points, but what about yardage? They allow a lot of yards, and they don't get a lot of yards themselves. They weren't very good, just bottom 3 and moving the ball down the field. They were 32nd in third down percentage. They weren't very good in terms of scoring. Our defense is one of the best in terms of yardage, and we're not very good in terms of points. But theirs is very good in terms of touchdowns allowed, better than ours is. We obviously have a lot more sacks and more takeaways, but they're also a pretty good defensive team in terms of the red zone, so might have a bit of a tougher test for the offense here. So we're going to boost the run block finesse for our tackles before this game with our staff upgrade points right here. But here we go. We're hosting Tampa Bay. We're coming off a blowout win, but so are they. Both teams are coming off great wins. Now they're trying to go for their second, as are we. Divisional round, our first time here. Craig under center. Damian Leak's the head coach. Let's get it done. Welcome, everybody, to the divisional round here in the NFC playoffs. The Rams will start with the football. Terry Hackett brings that out from the goal line up to the 25, where the Rams offense and Damon Craig will start this game. Our first ever appearance here in this round, in this series. Notched our first playoff win last episode. Can we notch another one here and punch our ticket to the NFC Championship game? It was a shocking performance in the wild card round, and now we're here against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First play from scrimmage. It's a passing play to Donald for a 5-yard pickup, but there is a flag down. This one might be coming back. And it is. It's a hold on the offense. Ronnie Stanley gets tagged for it, and we've already lost 10 yards. Trips bottom of your screen. We're going to run this now. We do that, and Herbert breaks a tackle. Only gets 3 yards. Well, I would hope that that penalty was not a drive killer, but we'll see what happens. We're going to throw it here. Good pass protection. Craig steps up and finds Cup wide open. He breaks a couple of tackles, and he's breaking up. Down the middle. Touchdown Rams on the second play of the game. Damon Craig extends and finds Cup over the middle, and he breaks a tackle to take it all the way. Can you believe it? The Rams offense is now all of a sudden extremely high-powered. And it's all because of this connection between number 12 and number 10. Graham Gano comes out for the PAT. It is up, and it is through. What a start. 2 plays, 75 yards for LA here at home. The Buccaneers will return it to the 21-yard line. Now it's our turn to see this defense. Something is just different about this Rams team right now, everybody. Something is clicking right now. Can the defense click too? Good protection for Johnson as the diving grab is not hauled in from Mike Evans. That was a pretty darn good pass though. Back to the air on second down. Pressure from Terry. It's caught. And Godwin gets to the 25. So early pressure there from this defensive line. And now we have a 3rd and 6. Johnson feels the heat, and it's Aaron Donald right up the middle. And the defense with a 3 and outs. You can't start much better than this. Well, the offense is back on the field very quickly. Can we do something anywhere close to what we did on the first drive? I have no clue, but that was a fun play. 7-0 Rams. Herbert's got great blocking, and he gets 9 yards. From the 40, back to Herbert. Same play as last time, and he's tripped up. That's got to be a flag. Number 8 just tripped Herbert. He would have had like 20-plus yards beyond that marker if he doesn't fall over there. Back off tackle. Can't break this one. It's number 8 once again. Who is that? That's Dennis. Couple of tackles by him in a row. One not really from him, from his legs. We go back to Herbert, up the middle now, and it gets a few more. 3rd and 3 coming up, just in plus territory. That was Dennis again on that tackle. Greg drops back. Clean pocket, but off the mark for Kupp. There's a flag down, though. And it's pass interference on the defense. A lucky break for us. Jamel Dean is called forward, and that'll keep the drive alive despite the errant throw. We're up to the Buccaneers 33. Back to the ground game. Herbert plugs ahead for 4. Trying to inch our way closer to the red zone here. Vita Vea pressures Craig, and he just throws the ball away, but another flag is down. It's got to be rough for the passer. Yep, there it is. We've gotten this call good amount these last couple of games, huh? But another key penalty moves us into the red zone to the Bucs' 14-yard line. 2 costly penalties against Tampa here on this drive. Herbert muscles ahead for 5 more. Already 7 early carries here in the first quarter. This is our first red zone appearance, obviously. It's only our second drive, and we know what happened on our first one. We do a little RPO, and Parson breaks a tackle, diving into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And just like last game, we start this one going up by 2 early scores. Well, already down by 14 points. George Johnson might have to start throwing the ball beyond the sticks here. Now, still the first quarter. Anything can happen. They're already in a pretty big hole here. Rashad White wrapped up by Hassan Reddick after only 2 yards. Reddick has been just so fantastic this year, man, especially the last couple of weeks to end the season and start the playoffs. He has been just a playmaker, man. He's been wreaking havoc on this defensive line, game in, game out for like 5 or 6 straight episodes. Now 3rd and 7, though, for Tampa. Johnson's got a clean pocket, but he throws it right to DJ Reed, and the Rams take over across the Tampa 35. A clean pocket, just a bad throw, and now Warren Terry is going to exit, which makes our defensive line with our nose tackles a lot more thin, so we're going to see Dante Childers probably a lot more for the rest of this game if Terry can't come back. Akua makes his first grab for 6 yards. How about Damon Craig, man? His first 2 completions went for touchdowns. That is awesome. 2nd and 4, though. Play action. Herbert got stuck. He frees up, but Craig goes downfield, and he finds Trumaine Donald inside the 5. We were about to score a third touchdown in the first quarter. Trying to capitalize off the mistake from Johnson. They're going to throw it. Craig finds Reinhardt, but he's 2 yards shy. Showing jumbo here. Herbert's back in the game. He'll get the handoff, but he can't squeeze in. Got a couple of inches, maybe. Now we got the fullback in. Back to Herbert, and he's shoved ahead. Got a bit further, but now it's 4th and goal. Do we stay on the field or just settle for the field goal? We're going to take the 3-score lead. Would have loved the touchdown there, but a 3-score lead in the first quarter is really, really nice. And also unexpected. So after an INT that led to 3 more points for the Rams, can George Johnson shake it off and lead the Buccaneers down the field? Over the middle, it's caught. First down. Is that Darren Waller? I think it is. Yes, it is. 13 yards for him. Play fake. Manu set it downs. Johnson left side. Caught by Godwin. Another first. And plus territory for the first time in the game. First play of the second quarter. Another pass caught. This time it's Mike Evans for 8 more. That was his first grab. Had the drop on a diving play on the first play from scrimmage. Another play fake. Pressure. And he's taken down. And it's Drake Jackson, who we have never seen get a sack except for one time before. In the regular season only had, and you know, that was a half sack too, so he steps up in a big way. Now we've got a 3rd and long as they're no longer in the Rams' side of the field. From their own 47, they go to a screen play and it's incomplete. White got caught. The pass is off target. The defense gets off the field thanks to the sack. The punt is somewhat shanked. We start from our own 22. Only like a, what is that, like a 30-ish yard punt or so? Somewhere around there. First play, Craig almost threw a pick. He threw it right to Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. He just couldn't hang on. I don't think he was expecting that pass to go his way, but that was right off his hands. Let's relax here, Craig. Don't want to let Tampa back in this game off a bad play. That one's knocked away by Devin White. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10. We're going 5 wide. We've got Akua, Parson, and Cup, and trips towards the bottom. Craig flushed out. He's taken off, though. Does he have enough room? He doesn't. They got 7 yards, but 3 yards short, and Tampa has to stop. First play on the next drive for the Buccaneers. Johnson on the move. Finds Waller for 5 more. They have barely given the ball to White here. Only 1 carry for him on the first 10 plays. As this one's knocked away by Chris Barnes. Evans couldn't hang on after the big hit. Another 3rd down, just shy of midfield. Over 8 to go here in the first half. Good protection for Johnson. This one's caught in traffic. Very physical catch there from Godwin. From the 50 now. We're going to give it back to White. His second carry goes for a short 2 more. There's Barnes on the stop. And going back to the air. Donald bursts through, and Johnson throws it away. Another 3rd down. They got 8 yards to go. Donald has Johnson go right into him. He ran right up to him. He shed the block, and he got the sack, his 2nd of the day. Tampa loses 4, and this defense right now is giving Tampa no shot. Much better punt than their last one. Has a start from the 7-yard line. We got to go 93 down the field. But we lead 17-0. Got a nice cushion right now, and we can Let's hand the ball off, try and milk this clock a little bit. Try and get ourselves to halftime with a 3-score lead, hopefully. Or more if we can score on this drive. And a pass here on 2nd down. Craig steps up and is off the mark for Nacua. A couple of white shirts in the area. It's probably better to have that one just go nowhere. 11 runs, 9 passes. We've been going to a pretty balanced approach, which I appreciate. Good pickup on a block there, and Cup makes the grab on a perfect throw from Damon Craig. Avila picked up a blocker there a bit late, but it was a good block, and that was Herbert actually picking up the blocker. Had a straight shot to Craig for a second there, but gives Craig the extra second or two, and drive stays alive. Going back to Herbert. He's got a hole for 5 yards. Going empty again. Quick throw for Nacua. Check down, and he tries to lunge across, but is a couple inches short. Tampa stacks the box, and we go play fake. And we find Donald, and he just barely gets it. Barely got the full yard. Drive stays alive. Going 5 wide again. Trips top of your screen. Really taking our time on this possession, which I really like. 6 yards for Nacua. And now we got Cup in the backfield. He's going to go out for a route. And Craig finds David Parson for another first down across the 50-yard line. We're back in plus territory, approaching the 2-minute warning. That was a second grab. His first one went for that touchdown, obviously. This one's intercepted. There it is. Oh, man, it's Jamel Dean. I think he just jumped the route here. I saw 2 white shirts in the area. Get a second look at this one. Tried, I think he was going for Nacua. And yeah, Dean just kind of sat right there on the end of it and just was right in front of him. Not really going to put the blame on Craig necessarily there, but that is going to be a mistake, I think. Tampa takes over down by 17. White gets the carry. He's got a massive hole to the right side. And a first down across the 50-yard line, and that'll get us to the 2-minute warning. From the 46 after the warning. Dumped off for White. Richards makes a nice tackle in the backfield for a loss of 5. Now Jonathan Mingo's going down with a non-contact injury. He will head to the locker room. Have yet to see Warren Terry return to the game. So Childers and Jackson will get a lot of playing time there as Donald gets to Johnson again. His 3rd sack of the half. And he's still in the zone. A loss of 9 more. 3rd and 24. Johnson pressured again, and he barely gets it away. This half is not over quite yet. We still have 1:20 to go in all 3 timeouts. Craig under pressure, complete to David Parson. Had to make a quick choice there as the pocket was collapsing. But a nice pickup there at 13 yards. Now under a minute to play. Taking our time here. Craig in traffic to Cup. He hauls it in. There goes our first one. Still got 2 left. 2nd and 1. Out to Cup. Get out of bounds here. He doesn't. And he's tackled a yard short. And now there's an injury timeout from Tampa because a guy is down with an injury. Would love to keep this drive alive and see if we can get a field goal on the board by chance. Dumped off for Cup again, but it's broken up. I don't see him lose those very often, but Jamel Dean with the stop. No, that's not Jamel Dean, it's somebody else. It's Winfield. They will hold us to a punt. Our 2nd one of the day, I believe. Maybe our 3rd. No points here for us in the quarter. The punt goes all the way to the other end. He got 34 on the clock with 1 timeout. On the 20. They only brought 3. They dump it off for White, and he's only got 4 yards. This drive is going nowhere, I would say. Yeah, they're just going to let this clock run out after one more play. Johnson intercepted. John Johnson's got it. He's taken down. That play has really no impact on the game. But we go to halftime with our second turnover forced by the defense. And we have a shutout brewing here at halftime in our home stadium. 17-0 at the break. What a start to this divisional round. Have any other games happened? Nope. We're going to wait for the Niners-Cowboys until after this Rams-Bucks matchup. After a touchback, Tampa starts with the football from their own 25. Trying to get out on the board for the first time in this game. Really only had like one decent drive in the first half and kind of flared out towards the middle of the field. Just 54 yards through the air for Johnson on 10 passes. He's been just checking it down a lot. They've been throwing the ball a bunch, way more than running. But it's not working out for him. This one's almost picked off again by DJ Reed. He tried to jump the route, but just couldn't hang on. Gonna bring up 3rd and 6 to go. They have to get to the 35-yard line to keep this drive alive. Clean pocket. Johnson, incomplete. Mike Evans has it broken up by Darius Richards. Great coverage. So just a 50-second drive by the Buccaneers to start the third quarter. Now we get it back. Craig on the move, just throws the ball away as he felt the pressure coming. Back to the air on second as the Buccaneers only brought 3, and that was a mistake as Donald's open for the catch. That one moves the sticks. And don't forget also that we are missing Trevor Offord in this game. And this one's picked off a deflection. Nakua couldn't hang on, and Devin White tracks it down, and Tampa might have life. That one is not on Craig whatsoever. Just a drop by Nakua. Might have taken a hit here. I mean, no, he just dropped it. He dropped it before he got hit. And it's popped up right to number 45, Devin White. And Tampa starts inside our own 40. Trying to put themselves on the board for the first time this game. The first pick was on Craig. That one, definitely not. This one is hauled in traffic by Shepard. Nice grab, goes for 11 yards and moves the chains too. I was going to say, don't forget that we are missing Trevor Offord and Jedrick Wills in this game, and the offense has played very well without those two on the field. So that's been an even more impressive part of this performance. 6 yards there for Washington. Brings up 2nd down and 4. Quick throw for Johnson, but nice tackle there from Taron Johnson. It's a loss of 1 for Godwin. Shotgun for Johnson here on 3rd and 5 to go. They're trying to get to the red zone here, and they do as Godwin makes a tough grab. A new set of downs coming up. Play fake on 1st and 10. Short throw. Not much there. From the 13 now. And off to White. He breaks the tackle from Donald, and he's brought down 2 yards shy of the sticks. Ernest Jones on the stop. They're going to throw it here on 3rd and 2. Got to watch over the middle here. It's looking pretty open. Johnson goes right to it, but it's knocked away by Ernest Jones and Chris Barnes. Incomplete for Shepard. It's 4th and 2, and they will settle for 3. Just trying to get some points on the board here. Field goal is up, and it is good. Tampa finally gets some points. The tipped INT leads to 3 only, so good job by this defense as usual, it feels like, at least in this playoff run. Craig hit as he threw it. I'm surprised he got that pass off. Pressure from the outside from Dennis, who's made a couple of plays in the run game and the passing game too. Trips top of your screen now. Going to be Parson blocking. Craig's got good protection and plenty of time to throw, but he just threw it away instead of trying to extend the play. Another third down coming up. Trying to avoid a slow start. I mean, we haven't scored since the first quarter, obviously. Try and get our first down of the drive here. Craig's got a clean pocket. He throws it off balance, and he finds Parson. And a good block from Kupp. Tacks on a few extra yards. Tough throw from Craig, but on the money, I'll take it. Now we're just a yard shy of midfield. Parsons got 60 yards on 4 grabs. Good day for him, I'd say. Kua hangs on this time around, and he's got 5, but now he's hurt. Grabbing his right thigh and right buttocks. Hopefully he's going to be all right. So with him silent, that's going to bring in Brandon Randolph. Usually like our 5th or 6th string receiver. And now Craig makes a terrible throw to Parson. They were just not on the same page there. I think Craig thought there was going to be a shorter out route there, and Parson thought otherwise. 5 to go on 3rd down. Craig dumps it for Kupp, but it's broken up by Winfield again. Now we're going to punt in no man's land. We absolutely shanked the punt. Only 20 yards on it, and they're going to start from their 26. Not sure how you shank it that horribly. This pass is broken up by Darius Richards. Intended for Darren Waller. Going to go empty here on 2nd down. Got an interesting look here. They're going to bring Curse off the edge, and they find Shepard with Byron Young in coverage. Back to the passing game. Little sidearm flick there from Johnson. Only nets 2 yards. 17 passes. He's got less than 100 total passing yards, man. That is unreal. I don't think Craig's ever been that bad in terms of YPA. Here's a handful of yards for White to set up 3rd and 5. Ernest Jones gets his 5th tackle. Nobody in the backfield. Johnson, quick throw. He's got Gowan open. 1st down. Well, if they score a touch on this drive, things could get very interesting down the stretch. This defense has to hold these guys to a field goal, but White's making people miss now. His best run of the day. Another 1st down for Tampa. They're up to our 30-yard line. Showing that we're going to bring pressure. We only bring 4 instead. Evans holds on. They definitely are taking their time here, but I guess they're betting on another touchdown drive in the 4th quarter. Probably betting on a touchdown here too. A 1st down for Mike Evans. His 3rd grab, 2nd of the drive. We've got a play or 2 left here in the 3rd quarter. Johnson audibles at the line of scrimmage. They're going to pass it. He flares out, and he's got it complete. Who is that? I'm not even sure. It's Washington. His 2nd grab. That is the end of this 3rd quarter, but Tampa about to make it a 1-score game here. It's not over yet. I'm really hoping that we can hold these guys to 3 here, because if we can, I'm not sure the offense is looking good. White dives in, and we don't get the stop. It is a 1-score game now after a 17-0 1st quarter. It's about to be 17-10. We really need some points on this drive, everybody. Here we go to start the 4th quarter after that touchdown play. We saw a very similar game offensively in the wildcard round. A very just electrifying 1st half and then a very just kind of slow, quiet 2nd half. But this time, Tampa held us to less than the Falcons did, and they're giving themselves a shot here. Kupp gets a 1st down on the 1st play to move the chains. That's always nice. We got to get at least a field goal on this drive. Craig rolls out. He's taken off, but he took a bit too long, and he's sacked for no loss of yardage. It's their 1st sack of the day. 10 yards to go on 2nd down. We dump it for Kupp out wide, and he can't break the tackle, and we lose 3. We dumped it off so early on that passing play, Craig. There's no way that was the right call. Here we go on third down, a big one. They don't want to let Tampa get the ball back here. But Craig's under pressure, and he's barely got the pass away. But it's incomplete again, and right now we just can't move the ball since that opening quarter. The Bucs are going to have to go 73 yards to tie it up, but still a lot of football left to play in. This defense has had a great start, a great game to this point, but can they get just a few more stops? A punch-yard ticket to the championship game. White gets 3 yards here on the first play from scrimmage. Would love to get some pressure on Johnson here on this drive. Make him sweat a little bit and make some tougher throws. Maybe force an INT or two. This one's caught. That's Waller for a few to set up 3rd and 4. They've really spread the ball out pretty well to, like, I want to say 7 different receivers overall. Bring some pressure here, and the pass is knocked away by Reed. Great job in coverage. Believe that was going for Mike Evans. And we force a punt. This defense, man, they're doing all they can. Punt is away. A fair catch from the 21. The offense comes back out, 7:39 to play. We need to at least take a few minutes off the clock here. And Herbert's got some running room. First down on the first play. On the 32, new set of downs. Herbert finds a crease again for 11 more. And that's what I'm talking about. Good running is right now the key to trying to close this game out. And they're stacking the box here on 1st and 10. We're going to throw it. A quick one for Donald at the 50 just to cross it. They're a top 10 team in sacks, but only one today because this offensive line has done a great job in pass protection. And Craig has made some really fast decisions too. You go play action on 2nd and shorts. Craig has plenty of time, and he's off the mark. I guess good coverage down the field by Tampa. Had like 5 or 6 seconds to throw, and now we got 3rd down. Really want to keep this drive alive, obviously. We hand it off to Herbert, and he barely gets across. But we do move the chains. Just over 5 to play now. Herbert trying to take it off tackle, but he's taken down for a loss of 1. Next play. Play action. Craig on the move. He's got Donald wide open, excuse me. I always get them too confused. But a great throw down the field. A pickup of 24, 25-ish yards. And we're 5 yards shy of the red zone. This one's caught by Nakua, and now we're there. Second and 3. Pressure immediately, but Nakua makes the grab inside the 10. A quick slant. And we've got goal to go from the 7-yard line. Trying to put this game away. Donald and Kupp, top of your screen. Herbert in the backfield. Then milk the clock. We're going to throw it. Craig over the middle. Donald at the 2. Going jumbo on 2nd down. This does not work very often for us. We do hand it off, but Herbert squeezes through behind the offensive line, and that's got to put the Buccaneers to sleep. The exact drive that we needed from the offense to put the game away. Fourth and 10 for the Buccaneers. 3 straight incompletions. He's pressured. Johnson can't get it away. Well, he does, but it's 4th down. And we take over on the 16-yard line. Turnover on downs. At 3 different players with the pressure. And we can just earn a few more plays. Maybe even score a touchdown. Not even really trying to. Herbert gets 1. They're going to actually use their timeouts, really? That is interesting. Back to Herbert. Trying to find some running room. 2 more yards there. 1 timeout left for Tampa. 90 seconds left. Craig taken down from behind. And we will settle for a field goal. There goes their final timeout. We'll make it a 3-score game again. Oh, and Johnson's picked off on the next play. Right to Darius Richards. We get it back, and now it's victory formation time. His 3rd INT of the game. Great coverage by Richards all game long. He threw it on the move, had a man stationary, and come back out. Victory formation for Los Angeles here at home. A similar game as to the wild card round. What a performance. I can't say enough really about how this team has shocked me in this playoff run. These first 2 games have been just so different than what we have seen all year long from really both sides of the ball. And now we can really watch the clock wind down here. Under 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The Rams are moving on to the NFC Championship game under head coach Damian Leak. The 2nd year with Craig under center, the 4th with our new head coach. And we are now 1 win away from a Super Bowl appearance. What a turnaround these last couple of weeks. The Rams move on behind a really good performance from both sides of the ball. The offense got off to an electrifying start. They also finished the game strong, and the defense was also fantastic, holding another team to their 2nd straight 10-point game. So, great job by this defense, great job by the offense, great job by the Rams as a whole. Craig, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. One of them was his fault. The other one was a tipped pass from Nakua. Gets taken down 2 times in the 4th quarter, but had a 7.8 YPA. He was really good at a couple of really nice throws. Missed a few, but less than you would expect from him. Johnson, though, was pretty bad the entire time. Didn't see too many really good plays from him all day long. Herbert ran the ball, at a decent clip, 3.8 per carry. Rachaad White had a really nice run, which boosted his numbers a little bit, and both guys did score on the ground. And Kupp had that 82-yard touchdown there on the 2nd play from scrimmage, and he was awesome. I thought Jimmy Donald got open a lot. David Parson was good. Nakua had that drop, but otherwise was pretty solid, and these guys all got open against their defenders. On the defense, Ernest Jones had 12 tackles. We had 3 tackles for loss from Aaron Donald, all of which were his sacks. We had 1 from Drake Jackson as well. And we had picks from Darius Richards, John Johnson, and DJ Reed. We do suffer an injury, though, and it's going to be Warren Terry, you would have to think. It is, and he's done for the season. We're going to have to put him on IR. We are going to get Trevor Offord, Jedrick Wills, and Michael Hoyt back next week, but now this defensive line is pretty damn thin. We're going to move him to IR real quick, and I think we're going to move Aaron Donald to defensive tackle for the rest of the playoffs. But who are we going to face in the NFC Championship game, everybody? We got the Cowboys or the Niners, so the 1 seed or the 7. Very different teams because the Cowboys beat us, and we very well handled the Niners in both games against them. So we're going to find out right now who we're going to face. And it is going to be the 49ers, who once again take down the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs. Not the championship game, but in the playoffs. Happens every year to Dallas. I would know because I'm a Cowboys fan. 31-28, an overtime win for the Niners. Even though the Cowboys moved the ball very well. Brock Purdy, 2 touchdowns, no picks, sacked 4 times. Prescott also played very well, but had an INT at some point. On the ground, McCaffrey and Pollard both ran the ball pretty damn well. Receiving, Luke Schoonmaker led the game in yards and also had a touchdown. So did Devontae Carey, who often makes a couple of grabs against us. 3.5 sacks for Micah Parsons. Thank God we're not facing him today or in this next playoff game, but a rematch from both of our regular season games. And let's just have a quick recap on how those games went. We blew them out in the first game. The score was a lot closer than it actually was. We were dominant throughout in that first matchup. We ended up winning by 8. We played them again in the final week of the season, and Craig led us to another win. And you know damn well what we're doing here for Weekly Strategy, folks. We are gonna first we defend the pass or the run. McCaffrey is dangerous. The passing game is dangerous too. But I think you believe in the pass rush against a guy like Purdy, because we've seen that their offensive line is horrible. I think maybe you defend like the outside run. You let Donald plug up the holes in the middle and you try to close out the outside off tackle where he gets those big gains. I mean, he's been great both outside and inside, but I think we'll do defend the outside run. And then we're gonna throw it medium. Like always, that seems to really work for us. We have no injuries in practice, so we're just gonna be missing Warren Terry and Kenneth Murray, and that's it. But 2 key defensive starters out for this game and out for the year too. So Alford comes back, and we're going to move him to the second spot over Nakua and Donalds, like we were before. We're going to keep Parson at tight end. Ronnie Stanley at left tackle, left guard, Batonio. Zach McCoy will start. Avila will start. Now we're going to bring Wills back in to start at right tackle. Replace Kevin Dotson, but we're going to make Dotson the secondary guy behind him in place of McClendon, just because he's been doing a good job in place of Wills, or did in that game. We're going to keep Reddick at left end, and we're going to keep... Actually, no, we're going to move... Probably going to move Drake Jackson to start at right end over Donald. We're going to put Sam Williams as the backup there too. And then at D tackle, we're going to put Aaron Donald as the starter. Dante Childers below him. And then we're going to have Ernest Brown after those two. And last but not least, another upgrade point for the young linebacker, Joe Styles, who is still got ahead in dev. We don't really know what it is. I mean, we can just check this. I mean, he's not going to reach enough snaps anyways to reveal it. So we can check this right now after upgrading him to speed rusher. Getting him to a 70 overall. I think he was drafted at like a 63 or 64, right? So a really eventful year for him upgrade-wise. But what is his... I think he has star dev, right? I'm pretty sure. I don't know if we know for sure, but we're going to find out. It is star dev. Good to know. But that is all for today, folks. Thanks for watching as always. Please like, subscribe, comment your thoughts down below on the game, on the team. And we're going to have a division rival NFC Championship game next time out. I'll see you guys there. Peace.